Hey there, guys and gals. This is your host, Joe. Life with Yosef. The opening of Summer 24 Extravaganza number 22. I'm leaving the Water Wheel RV Park in Chiloquin, Klamath County, Oregon. And I gotta say, 10-10, I'd love to come back here, and I probably will. So here we are pulling out, and we'll start rambling about our day. No, I went back to the Klamath Casino and had breakfast. But I made a separate restaurant review that I'll go ahead and link to in the script here. I didn't want to really duplicate kind of what I talked about on 21A. So if you're interested in the restaurant review for today, I'll leave the link in the script. That's not fog, that's smoke from forest fires, and it was especially oppressive today. When I woke up, I felt really, really bad, but I put my mask on, and it's a halo mask, and it has a little paper-thin, charcoal-infused filter that you kind of stick in the cloth mask. There's like a slot for it, and I seem to get pretty good success with it. I noticed during the COVID that I didn't have a migraine the entire time because when I wore a mask. For those of you who don't really live in California or the Central Valley and may not recognize that the agricultural dust is one of the biggest causes of pollution in the entire Central Valley, and it kills me. I had more migraines living in Stockton the first time than I have at any other time in my life, and it's because of the ag dust. So I wore the mask all day, and actually I had a pretty good day. I started to feel reasonably well enough to drive. Certainly I didn't have to pull over, and I went through the entire day, and I had a pretty good day. And so anyway, but you can see look at this. Holy cow, you can't even, there's a lake to the right here, and you can't even see it. US 97 was closed, so there's a bypass, but I'm right here pointing this out because if you veer to the left, you're in Oregon 140, which takes you out to Lakeview and eventually all the way into Nevada. And I've taken this with my wife a couple of years ago. We ended up in Winnemucca from Klamath Falls. It was a pretty damn long day, and if I think about it, I'll go ahead and link to that specific clip in the script as well. But now we're on Oregon 39, which I've never been on. So we may get a little bit of footage here. Our first stop of the day finds us at the California-Oregon border on Oregon 39, California 139. I think the intersection right here at the railroad tracks is California 161. We're just a few miles north of Tulelake. And of all the places I've been in California in my 40 plus years of adult travel, I have never been to Tulelake. So we're going to drive through. I think I may or may not have some older pictures. You know my memory's oatmeal. Of course, I got to get my big ugly mug in the picture with the sign. There is a Facebook group that I follow, state line signs or something like that. So I'm going to get a still here, and I'll probably post that later today, assuming I have any kind of internet. I've got like 42 minutes of yesterday's edited footage, and I hope I got better internet today. So we'll certainly see what's next. Well, I looked on my portable memory, the 4 terabyte one, and I don't have any. I can't find them. So anyway, I got this at twice speed cruising through town. You know, if I wasn't pressed to get places, I thought about this driving through. I'd like to come back up here and, take some pictures of the buildings and walk a little bit. And there's not a lot of places to camp up here, but what I'm going to say about Tulelake is I wanted to get gas here, and there was not a gas station. So I don't know. I guess these are people go back up into Merrill, up into Oregon for gas. For those of you who've never driven into California, this is a California Agricultural Inspection Station. And they ask if you have any type of agricultural items that they don't want you bringing into the state, including fresh and dried flowers. The gal here on the left and I had a real pleasant chat, about 6-7 minutes, and she told me, there's a whole bunch of citrus you can't bring in. She said apples and bananas you could bring in if you buy them at the store. So we chatted about Chico, and we chat a little more, which I wrap up here at the end in the closing shot. If you haven't done that, now I gotta say that I've wondered about the constitutionality of this, because they in the old days they used to be able to walk into your RV and search it, and I've always wondered, well, that's not exigent circumstances. You don't have probable cause enough for a warrant, and you don't have a warrant. So how could you just barge your way into somebody's RV and start looking in their fridge? I've always wondered about that, but it sounds like from what this guy said, a gal said, that they don't really do that anymore. But I have seen a clip where the guy drove to the Truckee Ag Station on 80, and he wouldn't answer any questions, and he was obstinate, and they basically told him that you can go into California, but your vehicle can't. So he drove on past them, told them to F themselves. Well, they're not law enforcement, but it's a quick phone call to the CHP, and the guy got pulled over just not far down 80, and well, he did not have the experience he was hoping for. So he certainly overplayed his poker hand. So anyway, we're going to see a little bit more scenery. I'll babble some, and we'll see what's next. It's really happy to see the gas station here on the left. You see me bulldog over the double yellow because I was in no mood for nobody's business. This was the third time I had to address the fire escape window flapping because my fix didn't work. The second time was at the gas station in Adin, and I put two of the hitch pins on it, and when this one failed, I guess the pins went out the window. So it took me about 15 minutes, but I got more pins out of the drawer, and then I have a multi-tool that I jammed the flat blade screwdriver into where the window dealie is, and it seemed to hold. I also closed the window where I vent the room AC, and I thought maybe it was a windy day, and maybe the wind wasn't helping any. So it didn't fail, and I got to the RV park fine. We're going to make this our closing shot. I am at the Susanville RV Park in Susanville, Lassen County, California. Susanville is the county seat of Lassen County. Lassen County named after Peter Lassen, a famous explorer of the West. I got here, the wind was really blowing, and it was 93 degrees, so the wind's calm. When I was in the office checking in and paying, they made sure to point out that the pizza factory delivered. And I said, well, there's the answer for me. So I had a $75 bill at the pizza factory because I ordered a 12-inch pizza that I ate. Dude helped me. And then I ordered an order of beef ravioli, and my brain, the chicken with the creamy noodles that you really shouldn't be eating, that I like anyway. I can't think of it. Jesus, I'll have to pip it in. So I've got dinner and stuff. So here's a pup right here. Hold on. Oh, I'm just walk by. Look at him. What a pupper. You know how much I love pups. So, my pup had a good day. He was really good. He did knock over my cup, but I need to be better at that. He likes to get on the footwell. He gets up and down. He got tangled up in the cords of the camera, or the GPS and the dash cam and stuff, but he was a good boy, and God love him. Every time I, like here when I set up camp, I keep him in the truck with the motor on, so the AC is on, and he's just standing on the center console, just wagging his tail, just waiting for me to come. And I open the door to get him. We're going to go in the coach. We sat outside for a while. I took this picture of him and sent him to my mom. She asked how the grooming went, so it was a good drive. I'd never been on California 139. I'd never been on Oregon 39, and certainly glad to get gas in Adin when I did, because I would not have made it to Susanville. It would have been an adventure. So I thought that, and I may have said this, I'm doing this prior to putting the film together. I was surprised that in Tulelake, there's no gas station. At least I couldn't find it. I thought that was real interesting, and beautiful countryside. Really enjoyed my chat with the ag inspect lady, and I did tell her, I said that it was nice to see my tax dollars hiring such nice people. And she said, "Well, I thought that was going to go different." And I said, "Yeah, I know how some people scream, 'Oh, you work for me,' when they're screaming at the police." And I said, "The next time somebody pulls that shit with you, just remind them you work for we the people. That's who you work for. You just don't work for me. You work for all of us. You work for we the people." And she smiled and laughed and said she was going to tell all of her crew that next time you tell these idiots that you work for we the people. I'm probably not going to do much of anything tomorrow. Sit outside, rest. I'm surprised I had this much stamina today. I didn't have to take a nap. I tell you, wearing the mask really helped, because you saw how smoky it was off the get-go, and I wore the mask all day. It's really hardly smoky out here at all. So here in Susanville, I don't think there's a fire close by. So I think we're going to close it up, wrap it up now. This is, as always, your host, Joe, Life with Yosef. I'm fairly sure that this is Summer 24 Extravaganza number 22. And we're going to move on to Carson City, to Minden on Sunday. I'm going to house sit for my cousin. On a week from Monday, and I've already made the reservations, I'm going to go to the Nevada County Fairgrounds for Monday. I'm going to leave on Friday. My Hanai brother Phil passed last year, and I hadn't seen his wife, my sister-in-law Molly, since he passed, and it had been a while that I did see him. I knew the last time I saw him was going to be the last time I saw him, and it turned out that way. I never saw him after that. He was starting to really struggle, and I'm not going to say what he struggled of, but y'all may be able to figure it out. So this is your host, Joe, Life with Yosef, Summer 24 Extravaganza number 21, I think, or 22. Jesus, now I lose count. I'm an idiot. Not my best day. Enjoy your day. Peace be with you. And we'll see you for the next one.